Hello, friends. How are you? Today I'm thinking about anchors. It's a word that's been coming around a lot in various ways in my life. And in my own practice this morning, I was thinking about how the breath is an anchor to return to. So sometimes we get lost in these cycles of thought, whether in meditation or out of them. And the breath can really be this place that, oh, that's what I'm doing and I'm coming back. I'm coming home. And we talked about that a lot, right? Coming back to the breath. But just getting this sort of felt sense of the breath as that kind of anchor, this thing that can return you to yourself, can return you to the present moment, can break up the cycles of thought, the rumination, the spinning around, and just be a place to kind of call home in a way. So that's kind of where we're at and what we're focusing on this morning. Just this ability to return, to allow the breath to anchor us where we are, just as we are, and seeing how that might play out throughout your day. When things get busy, what is it like to return to the breath? When you get swept away in your thoughts, what's it like to come back to the breath? Even if it's not like a formal meditation, but just a moment. Yeah, our invitations today. So, if you haven't set yourself up for meditation, let's find that posture that's going to be comfortable but supportive. If you're seated, let's sit tall, bringing some length to the spine, maybe giving just a little tuck to the chin, just ever so slightly to release the back of the neck. Maybe letting the eyes close if that feels good to you. And let's take one slow, deep breath to help us settle in. So slow and steady inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just letting it out kind of as a sigh, letting your shoulders relax, your jaw and scalp relax as you exhale. And then letting the breath find its natural flow, whatever that might be in this moment. And maybe it takes a few breaths to kind of stop controlling it. When we do that deep breath, kind of forcing the breath to be something, and we can just let it find whatever its flow might be, letting ourselves sort of settle around it, letting our bodies settle. And noticing as you sit with the breath, just flowing as it does. Maybe sensing this feeling of it as an anchor in the moment, as this steady presence, even as it changes, still a steady presence. And as we sit in quiet today for a few minutes, allowing that breath, allowing this breath to be a thing you return to. And it can be as many times as you need. You can wander off as many times as that whatever happens. But just always returning to the breath. It's where the real practice is. And noticing what it feels like if you do kind of spin through some thoughts. What is it to interrupt them and return to this anchor? So we'll sit just like this for the next few minutes. And as those distractions arise, as they will, just being really gentle as you let it go and return to the breath. Being gentle with yourself, no judgment here, but just feeling that sense of an easy return to the focus, an easy return to being with the breath in its full cycle of inhale and exhale, however that might be feeling to you today. And in our last few moments together, maybe checking in. How are you feeling? Just as you are, just here. How's your body feeling? How's your mind feeling today? Your heart? How does your heart feel? Not judging whatever might come up, but just noticing. Maybe there's a sense of quiet or a sense of agitation from the quiet. There's no wrong answer. Just noticing what's here. And then finally, when you're feeling ready, let's take our 3 slow, deep breaths to close our time. Slow and steady with each inhale and exhale, not forcing, but just inviting the breath, taking your time. And when you're ready, opening your eyes if they've been closed, taking in what's around you, feeling yourself sort of return to the day, to the place that you're in. I hope you can take a little of this breath practice with you into your day. And I do hope it's a good day, friends. Take care.